Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. We are at 26,000 subscribers. Can we get to 27K by the end of the month? Please subscribe down below and like this video down below before we get started. It's been a great year. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of my first upload, and since then my channel has grown exponentially. I'd like to take some time out to thank everybody that's helped me along the ride so far as we continue to go to new heights and to continue the good fight in politics. So, before we start the Senate map here, it's important to take a look at Iowa caucus day 4 results coming in. We're almost to day 5 of the Iowa caucus. 3% of the vote still outstanding, still no winner declared. I thought Pete was for sure going to win. However, now it looks like Bernie might actually overtake Pete where we're standing right now. So, I mean, we'll do videos on this tomorrow, the day after. We'll look into the Iowa situation and maybe another live stream to recap it, as well as New Hampshire. Maybe New Hampshire's winner will be picked before Iowa's. That would be very, very interesting. But anyways, guys, enough with the jokes. Now it's time to do the 2020 Senate map, post-acquittal. Every single Republican except one person, I'm not going to mention it, but one person voted to acquit. However, every Democrat, which is not something I expected, I thought 2 of them would vote to acquit. That did not happen. Democrats stayed with party lines, and that alone could hurt them in this prediction. But we're going to start off on the East Coast. We're going to analyze these, and some things have happened, some things have changed in these races since then that don't have to do with the impeachment thing, and we'll get to those as well. This wasn't really something that I would think affect the Senate other than Doug Jones's seat, but things have changed a little bit then. So we are going to do this February post-acquittal prediction starting now, starting with the great state of Maine. Maine, Susan Collins voting to acquit means she'll win her primary. However, it's going to get closer. It's going to get more divisive. I had it as safe red. Now I'm going to put this in the likely column. I think she's going to win by 6 or 7 points when it's all said and done, as Maine has gotten a little bit more polarized since then. However, she's not voting for Donald Trump. So the fact that she is not voting for Trump, but she voted to acquit Trump, will have her get the Republican voters on board and enough independents, some of them who will not vote for Trump, in order to give Maine to her by like a 51.5 to 45 margin over Sarah Gideon, assuming she is the nominee. So that's it for the state of Maine. What about the state of New Hampshire? This is one that I said likely, lean to likely blue, based on the fact that Shaheen was very popular in every poll. She won in 2014. However, she voted to acquit in she voted to convict in a toss-up state, and that does not play out very well for her. Do I think she'll win? We're going to put this in the lean to tilt column. We'll put it in the lean column, and if Republicans can put up a good challenger, which they really don't have at the moment, it could put Trump over and this Republican candidate over. We're still going to have to wait on New Hampshire to see what's going to happen there, but Trump supporters are fired up, honestly. They're honestly fired up at the impeachment thing. They're fired up at the State of the Union, which honestly that will die down, but the fire will stay as Trump will be campaigning around the country. He's going to New Hampshire this week, and we'll see how well he does in the primary there. Weld's been campaigning like nonstop there, so he might like break 10%, so I wouldn't read into that result too much, but I do think Trump is going to win New Hampshire by an astounding margin in the primary anyways. As for the state of Massachusetts, safe blue with Markey and safe blue with Joe Kennedy III. Rhode Island will put as safe, as well as New Jersey and Delaware. I couldn't potentially see these states not going blue. If the margins are under 10, we can update that when we get closer to the election. But as of right now, I'm going to put all of those in the safe column. But now let's do the red states. West Virginia and Kentucky are going to stay safe. This might not have been the case. However, Trump supporters are not going to be putting Democrats in the Senate, assuming that the Democrats are going against Trump. And you saw this during the impeachment. You saw Doug Jones vote to impeach. If the people in Alabama knew that back in 2017, Roy Moore would have won by 10 points, just saying. Same thing with Kentucky. Mitch is going to win. McGrath is a lot weaker of a candidate statewide than the 2014 Lunderson Grimes, or whatever her name was. So I definitely think that Kentucky is going to go Republican in the safe column. Again, this is a woman who called Trump's, she said Trump's victory was worse than 9/11. That's not necessarily a good thing, and that's why she lost her district. She couldn't even win her district. she is definitely not going to be able to win the state of Kentucky, even against somebody as unpopular as Mitch McConnell. The state of Tennessee, same thing. Polls came out today. Trump up by 20 there. He's probably going to win the state by a lot more than that. Mississippi, Alabama, sorry, Doug Jones, you're going home. South Carolina, safe red. Louisiana and Arkansas and Oklahoma, safe red. Now we can fill in Virginia. Virginia is a state that is going blue. I'm going to put it in the likely column if Republicans decide to nominate a great candidate there. I think there's another Army vet that's running in Virginia who is a minority. He could be the Virginia John James if he is such an exceptional candidate and make things closer. However, I'm not sure he'll be the nominee. You also have Scott Taylor, who's running. You have other few people, and I think the race is going to be like a 10-point win for Democrats right now. Subject to change, of course. All of these races are subject to change. So if I ever get something wrong, I'm sure the day after the election, we're going to have all the Democrat commenters come in here saying I got it wrong. That's why I date most of my videos, just so we can keep things clear. And my predictions will change when we get closer to the election. Yeah, I know I got the hat on, but I'm trying to keep things subjective here. North Carolina, we're going to put North Carolina in the tilt red. Actually, we'll put it in the lean red column. I had Tillis going tilt red, but since Trump supporters are going to carry him over, Tillis is going to win North Carolina by 2 points, much to the dismay of a certain person I'm not going to mention, but I think you guys know who it is. Georgia, the main race is going to go likely. The other one will go lean no matter who is the nominee in that election. Illinois, safe blue. Iowa, because of the disaster, Democrats are not going to have any chance in hell. Ernst is very popular. Ernst is going to win by 12 points no matter who the Democrat nominee is as of right now. So looking good for Republicans. They have maintained their 44-42 lead. They have flipped one seat so far. We'll continue to see what happens in this map as we continue to fill it in. And they will flip the state of Michigan. Gary Peters in a Trump state voting to convict the president. That's not going to play over well. John James is an extraordinary candidate, has my full endorsement, and I would encourage everybody to go donate to John James so he can win in the state of Michigan. He's a great candidate. He will win by a lean margin. Michigan will go to Trump by, roughly the same margin it went to him last time, maybe a little bit wider margin than that. But John James has crossover appeal, and he will win Michigan, in my opinion, by more than I thought he would, and Minnesota gets closer too. Tina Smith's a non-factor voting to impeach the president. That one will lean blue, and I think Trump supporters are growing in Minnesota. They'll be a little bit more energized, but it's probably going to stay blue. It could get closer. We'll see. It's really going to determine what happens at the end of the day. Who the nominee is could play a role too in that fact. So Kentucky, I would have it as likely, but I do think that no matter what, I think Kobach could win by over 10. That would put it in the safe column just because Democrat senators have shown that they are able to vote based on party lines and impeachment. They're not really going to stand with Trump that much, and in that factor alone, I do believe that Kansas is going to go safe. Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho in that factor as well. Montana, I had it as likely. Now it's going to be safe. That is subject to change. I don't see a candidate that is going to challenge Daines that much. Oregon will be safe blue for now. Nothing will change in that regard. As for the state of Colorado, I had Colorado in the likely margin. We're moving that to lean because Hickenlooper is under investigation. And Cory Gardner still has a chance. He's not dead. I don't believe he'll win, but it could be close. Definitely, he should not write that seat off, unlike Doug Jones, who basically shot himself in the foot. I wonder if he did that on purpose. Is he looking for a position in an administration in the future, or is he looking to be the VP? Who knows? That would be interesting to look at. A Biden-Jones ticket would be the most boring thing in the world, but we'll see when we get closer to the election. Definitely the state of New Mexico. That one is going to go in the, I'll put that in the lean blue column, maybe the likely blue column. I think we'll put that in. I don't see a strong Republican yet. Maybe Martinez jumps in. Susana Martinez could make that a little bit closer. There's also some other candidates. It's definitely not one Republican should write off just yet, but we'll see when we get closer. Arizona, I had it going to Mark Kelly, but now I have it tilting into the McSally column based on the fact of Trump supporters. They know what cinema's all about now, so they're not going to go down that road again. So McSally will narrowly win the state, as will Donald Trump, no matter who the Democrat nominee is. I think Trump will at least narrowly hold the state of Arizona no matter what. As for Alaska, that will be safe, and the state of Texas, I want to put in the safe column, but I definitely think Cornyn's got this down. A lot less of a polarizing figure than Ted Cruz is. I definitely think Texas is going to go probably by 8 or 9 points, maybe even more than that to Cornyn. Maybe I'm underestimating Cornyn. So anyways, guys, this is the election map, 54 to 46. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like this video down below, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, links in description. Join the Discord, subreddit, and Patreon as well, links also in description. As anyways, guys, thanks everybody for watching. Red Eagle, out.